The DJI Osmo Pocket 4 is no longer a rumor, and this time it's not because of a blurry render or questionable leak. We now have a clear image of the actual retail box, and that changes everything. When DJI packaging shows up like this, clean branding, finalized product name, creator combo labeling, this means the product is already locked in. And that immediately shifts the conversation away from if the Pocket 4 exists to something much more interesting, what DJI actually changed and why they made those choices. This image was posted by Igor Bogdanov, and it's important to say that out loud because this isn't a random social media post chasing attention. This is a real box, photographed in a real logistics environment. DJI doesn't casually print retail packaging this late in the process unless launch planning is already well underway, and the fact that this is a creator combo box tells us something critical right away. Accessories, pricing tiers, and positioning are already finalized. That alone suggests we are much closer to launch than many people think. Now here's where expectations need to be reset. If you're waiting for a massive sensor upgrade, everything we're seeing right now suggests that the Pocket 4 is likely using the same core imaging sensor as the Pocket 3. And before that sounds disappointing, this is actually the most revealing part of the story. DJI didn't keep the sensor because they ran out of ideas. They kept it because the Pocket line was never struggling with image quality. What it was struggling with was endurance, usability, and long session reliability, and that's exactly where the Pocket 4 appears to focus. Based on early leaks and comparisons, the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 is expected to feature a battery that is roughly 18 to 20% larger, coming in at around 1,545 milliampere hours, compared to the 1,300 milliampere hour battery in the Pocket 3. That might sound like a small jump on paper, but in real use, this is the difference between planning shots around battery anxiety and simply letting the camera run. For vloggers, travelers, and anyone recording long stretches, this is the kind of upgrade that actually changes how the product feels to use. The slightly longer body design supports that idea even more. This isn't just about fitting a larger battery. A longer body improves heat management, grip comfort, and balance when accessories are attached. DJI seems to be optimizing the Pocket 4 for sustained recording, not quick demo clips. This is a camera designed for people who actually rely on it, not just people who compare specs. And then there are the buttons, two of them clearly visible on the front. One appears to be a dedicated zoom or shortcut style button, which is a subtle but extremely meaningful change. Touchscreens are great until you're walking, moving, or shooting one-handed. A physical zoom or shortcut control suggests DJI is prioritizing real-world shooting conditions. The second button is likely a customizable function button, potentially used for mode switching, gimbal behavior, recentering, or quick framing options. This is DJI quietly removing friction instead of adding features, and that tells you exactly who this product is for. Some of you might remember earlier leaks that showed what looked like a dual camera setup, and this is where speculation really gets interesting. That secondary lens or sensor may not belong to the standard Pocket 4 at all. In the most conservative explanation, it could be an auxiliary sensor used for tracking, subject recognition, or stabilization data. DJI has done this before without marketing it as a true dual camera system. But there's another possibility that's much more intriguing. If the Pocket 4 launches with a refined design, better battery life, improved controls, and the same sensor, that creates a very deliberate gap above it. And DJI is famous for filling gaps later. Those earlier dual camera leaks could easily point to a Pocket 4 Pro, a model that brings a genuine imaging upgrade, possibly optical flexibility, and a higher-end creative focus. DJI rarely abandons performance upgrades entirely. They delay them, separate them, and turn them into a new tier. And that's why the Pocket 4 story is more interesting than people think. This isn't a lazy update. This is DJI stabilizing the foundation of the Pocket lineup, making it more reliable, more comfortable, and more usable for the creators who actually depend on it. And once that foundation is solid, adding a pro version later becomes not just possible, but logical. So the real question isn't whether the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 is exciting. It's whether you were expecting the wrong kind of excitement. This isn't about headline specs, it's about refinement, endurance, and intent. And if DJI's recent strategy tells us anything, this probably isn't the end of the Pocket story this year. It's the beginning.